Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully I can add some happy squish vibes to your day today. Okay, so I feel like we all know that I really like the cow squishmallows, but today I'm going to be showing off one of my favorite non-cow squishmallows. I would definitely say like 80% of my collection are cows, but that other 20% are pretty much made up of food squishmallows, and I have one food squishmallow in particular that is my favorite. And that food squishmallow is Miss Junie. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just give y'all a little look of her. This is the 8-inch version of her. This one is probably one of my favorite versions of her that I have in my collection. I have some 5-inch versions of those, and I'll show you those as well. But this 8-inch version definitely has my heart. I think, let me think. So I'm pretty sure that this was my first ever Junie in my collection. So if I remember correctly, they started selling Junie in Canada or other places outside of the US before they started selling them in the US. So I was seeing everyone get them and I was so jealous because I just thought she was so cute. I believe this one in particular is from Toys R Us in Canada. One of my Squishmallow collector friends got her for me. So sweet. I was so thankful that they were able to snag her for me. She is just so adorable, and since the US doesn't really have Toys R Us anymore, which I so wish we did. I used to go to Toys R Us all the time when I was a kid, and I feel like now if we had them, it would be Squishmallow Central. So I am holding out hope that maybe they'll come back to the US at some point, because that would be amazing and would always be such a fun place to look for Squishmallows. But don't have them right now, or at least not in my area. But so I was really glad that I was able to get this version. But this is the 8-inch one from Canada. So next I will show you the 8-inch version from the US. So this one was actually from Steve's Hallmark. I ordered this one online from them. I have some Hallmark stores around me. I think I have like 2. We used to have 3, but one of them closed down, and I feel like maybe they used to have Squishmallows, or that one would just be more likely to be a Hallmark that had Squishmallows, but that one did close. And then I have one in my mall, and then one kind of outside a little bit from where I live, so not like too far, but neither of them really have Squishmallows. One, I swear I've never seen a Squishmallow in there at all, so that's not great. The one in my mall occasionally has them, but I feel like they get them really late in comparison to when they're released. So I don't tend to look there a ton, but sometimes I will just stop in and see what they have, because sometimes they have really random ones and it's just kind of fun to see. So I ordered this one online. This one came in the pair, I forget his name, but it's the orange monkey. I think it's Elton is his name, but it was like a 2 pairing of them together. So I got him from there, and I do really like this one. But here, let's do a little side-by-side comparison of them together. I think I like the Canada one better. It honestly, if this is 8-inch, it kind of looks like this one might actually be a 7.5-inch one, because I know some of them are 7.5 and some of them are 8. But I do, obviously, I really like this one. Love all my Junies in my collection, but I think maybe I like this one better. If y'all have a preference, definitely let me know in the comments. But these are my 2 8-inch ones. Okay, next up, let's talk 5-inch Junies. So I have 2 5-inch Junies, this one and this one. They are both equally adorable. I love them both. This one, I believe, let me think. Yeah, this one was from Walmart, and this one is also from the same collector that got me the Junie, an 8-inch from Canada. This one's also from Canada. I really like this one. I think this is my second ever Junie, maybe, because I think like Walmart's gotten some Junies, and so has Walgreens, and I'll show you some from Walgreens that I've gotten as well in a little bit. But I think this one came out in Canada as well before they were really coming out in the US. So she was very sweet to help me again and get this one in my collection. I love them both. I think he's really round on the top, and this one's a little more like pointed round. It's not pointy because I think she's got a really nice shape, but this one's just like chunkier round. But I do love them both. Little side-by-side comparison of them. Maybe, again, I love the Canada version one more, but I do really like this version as well. So it's kind of hard for me to choose. But again, if y'all have a favorite out of them, definitely let me know in the comments. I love them all, so it's very hard for me to choose. Okay, next up we have the clip versions of Junie. These 2 are so cute. Sorry, they're like front peels sometimes, cover their little faces, so I'll try to hold them down a little bit. But this one is from Walgreens and this one is from Walmart. I think they were both so cute. I think they were just kind of different, and that's why I decided to get one from each place, because I like when if different stores sell like the same ones, I like to look and see if they look the same at each store. And sometimes I feel like, especially in this case, they look different depending on the store you get it from. And so if they are different, I like to get multiple versions of them, especially if I really like the Squishmallow. But I tend to really only do that with cows or Junies. So that way I don't have like too much in my collection. But I did decide to get both of these versions and I really like them both. I think maybe I like the Walmart version better. I don't know. I think it's just the look. Like, it's hard to explain which one I like better and like, or why I like one better, but I do really like them both. If y'all agree with me, definitely let me know in the comments, but I think they're both really cute and they have their own little personalities. But these are actually the last two regular Junies in my collection. I have a few other Junies to show y'all, but they are like different versions of her, like with hearts or other accessories, if that makes sense. But these are my two regular Junies that I have left in my collection. Okay, moving on to the heart versions of Junie that I have in my collection. I actually got most of these this year because they were a part of the Valentine's Day collection this year, mainly from Target and Walgreens, but I think they're so cute, so I got a couple versions of those. So first we have this version. So this is what I mean by the heart. So they've got the little heart right here and the little heart headband. I think they're all winking, so I guess, you know, like normal Junie isn't winking, both of her eyes are open, but the Valentine's Day Junie, her eyes are, or one eye is open and one eye is winking, so she's winking at you. I really liked this version. This one is from Walgreens. I think it was the first heart version of Junie that I got because one of my Walgreens was amazing. They put them out a little early. I think I got her in January, which is crazy that we were looking at Valentine's Day Squishmallows and actually, wait, no. Okay, most of the Valentine's Day stuff I got in January, and this one I actually think I got her at the end of December, like that weird period between Christmas and New Year's. I think they had actually put them out early and that's when I got her, and it was just crazy to me that we had literally just finished Christmas and I was already buying Valentine's Day Squishmallows. But you know, that's how it is when they put it out so early. You got to get them when you can. But I just really like her. I really like the heart and the headband, of course. And I just thought the size was really cute. I don't have very many of her in this size. I have one other that I think is a little bit bigger than this one. I think this is supposed to be like a 12-inch one, but I don't have very many of the big ones, and I just really liked her though, so I just had to take her home with me. Okay, so next for the heart versions of Junie that I have in my collection is the 5-inch version. I think this one might be my favorite. Again, I'm partial to the 5-inch, so not like no surprise there, but I really like this version. I think she's just really cute. The heart's perfect on her, and the little heart headband is so cute on this size. I think it's just perfect, and I just really liked her shape in general. She also came in like a double set, so it was her and another monkey. I don't remember that monkey's name. I'm so bad. I used to be so much better at knowing the names of every Squishmallow in my collection, but I think it's just grown so much that I have kind of lost track of some of them, especially if I don't collect them a ton. But it was a pink monkey, and I believe the monkey had hearts on their cheek too, so very cute pairing together. But I just like this one a lot. I think she's really cute. The colors really go well together, and this one is from Target, so I'm really glad that I was able to snag this one before they were gone. Next up, we have the two clip versions of the heart Junies that I have in my collection. So we have these two right here. This one is from Target, and this one is actually from Walgreens. So I decided to do this again. I think in one of my other videos when I talk about the cows that I got in January, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I talk about I got the Valentine's version of Patty in the clip size, both from Target and Walgreens. So I got these from both places as well. I think I got them at the same time when I got each, because I just felt like they looked kind of different than each other, and I really like this version of them. So I decided to go ahead and get two in general, so one from each. I guess like the main differences are like overall kind of shape and coloring is a little different, but the headband I think is the biggest difference. So like this one is more just a heart in the head, like the points that come up from the headband, those are just more like very heart shaped. These are obviously heart shaped on the end, but they stick out a little bit more from the headband. And I think the headband is just bigger on the Target one than it is on the Walgreens one. But I honestly like them both. I think they're both really cute versions. I think if I had to say, maybe the Target version is my favorite, but I also just really liked how the Walgreens one turned out too. So I just had to get them both. Okay, now for the last Junie in my little Junie collection. This is the chocolate dipped, chocolate covered version of Junie that Squishmallows.com had sometime last year. I'm trying to think of when it was. Oh, okay. So I think they previewed her at Squishmallows Day last year, and I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, immediate need, because I was definitely obsessed with her at the time. So I was like, oh my gosh, any version of Junie, definitely give her to me, because I really only had the regular versions of Junie at that time because they didn't have the heart versions out yet. And so I saw this and I thought it was such a cute idea, such a fun design. I think it was a really cute choice to have the chocolate border here, and the embroidered sprinkles are so cute. Just get a little closer look of her. She is so precious. I guess none of the other versions of Junie have the little cheeks, and I think that's a really cute touch as well. So I think it just really helped complement the chocolate and sprinkles on top. So I thought that was a really good idea. But I had to get her. So they must have launched her on Squishmallows.com maybe over the summer, I think it was. I think it was like a little bit after Squishmallows Day, so it wasn't like a drop on Squishmallows Day or immediately after Squishmallows Day. So I think it was like a really early sneak peek of her. But when she came online on Squishmallows.com, I was like, oh my gosh, immediately add to cart. Had to get her. Such a cute part of my collection. And even though like, so yellow is one of my like two favorite colors. I think my favorite colors are yellow and green. And I love the yellow vibe that all my Junies have together. You can't see it too much in the camera, but like this shelf right here mainly is just my yellow Squishmallows, and I think they look really good all together. I just like them. Just like that color palette is so pretty to me. I had to rearrange them a little bit for the video so it wasn't like just nothing in this cubby, because most of my Junies live in this cubby, so it was gonna look really bare. So I moved around some of my other yellow Squishmallows to like fill in that space. But she also sits up there with them, and even though it's like brown and a little bit multicolored up here, I still think it goes really well with the rest of them. I don't know if it's because like their eyes are dark and like their mouth, and some of my other yellow Squishmallows, that's the same thing. So it kind of fits with the color scheme still, but I just think she's really cute. This is the biggest size of Junie that I think I have in my collection, but I'm not mad about it. I, again, love the small sizes, but love the bigger sizes too, and I just had to get her in my collection because I just thought she was so unique and fun. Well, and that concludes my little Junie tour of my little Junie collection. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the versions of her that I have. Definitely a little different than my cows, because I think she's definitely my favorite non-cow Squishmallow that I have in my collection. So I definitely try to get whatever version of her that I see coming out, because those and the cows are typically what I tend to do with that. I really look out for cows and Junies. I look out for the food Squishmallows too. Like I said, that's makes up a good portion of my collection as well. But I don't always get every food Squishmallow that they come out with, but I definitely try and get the Junies because that is my like second favorite. Like if I said, okay, cows are my favorite and not picking like specific favorites out of cows, and then next one, it's definitely would be Junie. So I'm just really glad that I have all these versions of her in my collection, and I'm so grateful to the other collectors that have helped me get more versions of her in my collection, especially this one, and I'm just so grateful for that. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Bye!